Welcome to the Halftime Heroes with the latest sports news from around the peninsula with Adam Kelly, Peter Sasovich, Luke Harris and Neil Craig. Take it away, Adam.
G'day sports fans and welcome to another episode of the Halftime Heroes. What a huge week it's been in the MPFNL, both across Divisions 1 and Divisions 2. We've seen the shit weekend that was King's birthday. Absolutely fucked with the table, but who cares about that, hey? We are back and a very normal looking show. Can't introduce any special guests today because we are recording a little bit late in the week. However, we are here and that is all that matters. We're going to have all the normal segments, as I said, except for Coach's Corner. Division 1, of course, will be a little bit later in the show, but Division 2, we're going to be looking at selection table, Pearsdale v Chelsea, and then Division 1, we're going to have a look at, under the microscope, it's going to be Manalizer taking on Dramana as I go around the panel, and I love to do it every week. Hello to you, Commish.
Hello, Adam. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, mate.
That's good. Direct from getting your car wrapped. And
yes.
I've been flying down the Urim from Longwood.
Literally
flying down. I actually hit a truck. You know, they see the beads come off the bloody, like a retread thing.
Oh, yeah, the truck retread.
I didn't see it.
Oh,
and just wham into it. I thought it was a fucking wombat.
You're lucky it didn't take your undercarriage out.
Correct, but it hit one side. But anyway.
Well, Steph,
so anyway, here.
Steph wouldn't mind your undercarriage being taken out. Hello
Clean.
Hello to you, Spook.
Hello, Adam. How are you, mate?
I'm well, mate. Have you had a good week?
I've had a great week. Yep,
There's
good week.
Something I've noticed that I want to touch on a little bit later.
Yeah.
There's something.
I think it was Rossi.
Oh,
we're going to touch on that in a minute.
Something's going on with your eyeball.
Yep.
Hello to you. Sus.
It's great. Backed Mornington in, so we'll talk about that later.
Oh, look, there's been some more upsets, of course, and some more complaints, of course, as well.
Cribby, you bloody building.
So, I just want to be serious for 2 seconds if I can. So, obviously, when we put the show together, there's nothing about it. I'll be transparent and honest. We all meet on any given night. We try and like to have it on a Sunday. We have probably about 10 minutes, would you say, Commish, of a pre-production meeting.
Do we?
If
is that what
lucky,
it is?
Well, we just shoot the shit, let's be honest.
Correct.
And then we hit record and away we go. So, with that said, I just want to inform the Halftime Hero family that everything we say is in jest. It's tongue-in-cheek. We don't mean to offend anyone. I hope that we haven't personally offended anybody, and we don't want to come across in a sense that we are signalling out clubs or anything. We are responsible to bring you a light-hearted, entertaining show that we don't take too seriously, Commish.
Well, clearly we're not rehearsed, are we?
Absolutely
And clearly
not.
from time to time things slip through that perhaps shouldn't, and we upset some people and we move on. Janice is a classic example, and I see she's drawn up a truce. She wants the paper signed for a truce, so good on you. Yeah, Janice, that's bloody fantastic. Yeah, that's what we love about our family.
Absolutely.
They're very forgiving.
Yes, they are.
They're very forgiving, thank goodness.
They are very, very, very forgiving. But with that said too, so if you do want to get involved and have your say on the Halftime Heroes, you can hit us up on socials, Halftime Heroes, or you can send us an email at halftimeheroes.mpfnl@gmail.com. I check it once a quarter.
The only jovial part that's actually serious is that I bleach my arse and I'm gay. That's the only thing.
That must come as a hell of a shock to see.
Yeah, like we're very serious. That's the one serious thing we talk about. But everything else, no.
Yeah. But we do apologise to any club or any individuals we do criticise along the way. It's friendly fire, folks, and that's all it's meant to be. We're meant to be light-hearted and fun.
Yep.
And sometimes it just sort of slips through, and we'd like to move on now if we could.
Yep, absolutely. So
sounds good to me. Slips through to the cracks.
Slips through to the cracks. So we
not your.
we are trying to get better.
Yes.
We all make mistakes.
Yes, we do make mistakes.
Including us.
We're
nearly perfect, but...
Including us. Looking directly at the executive producer who is responsible for cutting all this clusterfuck up, but that's okay. Polishing the turd, I think our old executive producer said.
I think he put shit in there.
He did.
I'll start doing that now.
using AI to take our voices and
Yeah, I know, exactly right.
put shit in there.
No, I've kind of submitted each week to the ACCC.
Yeah, absolutely. Fine-tooth comb kind of stuff. Well, boys, let's jump straight into round 10, of course, in the Division 2 contest. We've got round 11 coming up this weekend, of course, as already mentioned. But some results following round 10.
Whoa.
What a week.
Whoa.
What a week.
How about... buddy,
Sports bet, you could have made a mozza.
Yeah.
If you knew this is going
Didn't all you boys tip Bomb Beach?
What?
I'm over, Bonnie.
What do you mean all you
I'm
boys?
done.
Well, just
I don't reckon that-
Neil potted them for 4 weeks.
I don't
Bomb
reckon-
Beach, you're back.
I don't think the train stops there anymore.
If I go,
Just goes fucking straight through.
if I go to my
God.
notes last week,
You would have got
What
30 to
is
1.
going on?
30 to 1 if you had that
What
bet.
is going
I've
on
got
at Bomb
no
Beach?
idea.
Can you someone
No
tell me?
idea.
during the review, I had them in my top 5 because I
Oh,
knew they were coming.
Me too.
And
Well done, boys.
stick it up, yeah. They get well. I think it was Bomb Beach all the way.
They kicked the first. They kicked 5 in the first quarter, and Hastings kicks 1, and they end up losing.
Yep.
Two years
I
ago,
tell
they
you
played off in a grand final in Division 1, and then
Yeah.
you fast
Luke.
forward to now, and they're losing to a team that hadn't won a game
Yep.
and are in huge trouble.
Isn't
what is going on?
Isn't belief a huge thing? Dunny is a huge one on belief and that sort of
he's
stuff.
done a great job.
Yeah,
Hats off
hasn't
to
he
him.
done a great job in the
Hats
3
off
or
to
4
him.
weeks he's been there?
Hats off to him. Well done.
He wasn't the first 3 quarters there was belief, but there was definitely belief in the last quarter, kicking 6 goals to 1.
Yeah.
Fantastic. What a doing. Massive win. Good
Yeah,
on 'em. Well done,
huge.
Hastings.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
well done Hastings,
Yeah,
and
that's massive.
probably another club that's after us. Of course, wanting our heads.
We're on Hastings now. We're on them.
We're on the wagon.
Yeah,
On the wagon.
on.
Beating Bomb Beach, of course, by 7 points down at Bomb Beach Reserve. The next game, as we suspected, Chelsea. Well, actually, we didn't expect a 66-point shellacking, did we? We thought Seaford were coming, but Chelsea got over them at the end of the day by 66 points.
Just keep
Chelsea
keeping
wrecked
on.
Reserve.
What are you looking at, Sus?
I'm just looking at the next match. I'm just waiting for that.
Chelsea were now, boys.
I know who won.
right
in
along.
the off season,
Haven't even noticed that.
Chelsea were the beneficiary of a lot of money coming in. There was I know there was a fellow that left them a lot of money, and I don't know whether it's all been spent on players or advancements or something. But
He might want to go past up the hill a bit.
Define advancement.
it's something is that happened.
Why
and they've
would you run with that
They've
now?
spent a lot of money. A lot of money.
Well, they're
Direct affiliates, no doubt.
Well, I probably shouldn't have. But
Maybe they're
I'm just saying.
But you can only
Bio
spend.
that's it.
dynamics.
You can only spend what you're allowed to spend. Are you suggesting they're spending over the odds? Surely
it-
no one in our comp Div 2 spending too much.
Well,
No, they-
Maybe Chelsea have access to
Well,
man
Todd
license
was
that costs
fantastic
me.
when he came in, and he's
Magnificent.
magnificent he was, and they've just gone from straight. But they
How
were
good was Todd?
they inherited a lot of money, and they're spending it bloody
Well,
well.
they're spending it in the right places.
Maybe
Good on you, fellas.
Maybe they're not spending it.
Well,
That,
but looking at their
What
list,
are-
Luke,
what are they
you're
attracted-
the list
Who are they
thing.
Yeah,
attracted?
I don't know their list that well, not knowing Div 2, but Todd said...
Couple of ex-VFL
Yeah,
players
Todd
there.
rattled off some
Yeah.
names there, and they're obviously very
Yeah.
good players. So
Yeah.
maybe we hadn't done our homework as well as what we should have. They didn't have a lot of fanfare, but clearly they've got some good players.
Yeah.
And they're spending their money in the right areas. They're under 19s, though, they haven't got a 19s.
Haven't got a
No,
name.
no.
So they have to go down that path. They can't be playing a whole heap of kids, can they?
Yeah, correct.
So good luck to them.
Yes.
So if you win a flag and go play Divi 1 without 19s, it gets harder again, doesn't it?
Well,
Hey,
all
this
these people
gets
that
harder
say,
again.
Spook Harris, that you're full of shit, I don't
full of
know
shit.
why they murmur this rubbish.
I can make some sense sometimes.
Sometimes.
If I left out potting everyone every week, it would make no sense. But it's
fuck
too
it.
much
we
fun.
wouldn't have you
That's
any
right.
other
It'd
way.
save me getting a fucking
Getting
lot
on
of
that,
text.
there's the next score going, boys.
Oh, well, I want to leave this. I want to leave this one until a little bit later. You are fucking itching.
No, I'm
The
fine.
next game.
I tipped them. I said they'd put a hole in them.
Yeah, you did. You did. Edith Vale took on Tyab Football Netball Club, going down by 59 points at EDS Regents Park.
Tyab continued to disappoint their folks. Continue their
Against Edith.
supporters, their sponsors. They continue to disappoint the same old Tyab. Come on,
Against
fellas.
Edith Vale.
Foxy.
Oh, no. I
Jimmy.
just can't find
Jimmy.
myself away. I love Sam
you
too
pick
much, and bloody Bucks, and Rowdy's
Yeah.
the best defender in Div 2
Buck
and
and
Div
what's-
1. Don't know what's going on. I don't know. Good. I mean, EDS are flying. EDS are flag favourites almost, but, geez,
Yeah.
Foxy, what's going on down there?
The next game for MND round, of course, I did. It was remiss of me not to mention MND round. Karingal took on Pearsdale. It was a clash. It was
clash.
A clash of
Security guards?
yeah. Well, there was
everything go okay?
apparently security guards. There was police.
There was not.
But standby. No, there most certainly was. It was. There was press releases. Of course, if you didn't catch them, there was press releases by both clubs.
Was that necessary?
In the I wouldn't have thought it was necessary.
I reckon after the level last time. It was pretty full on. There was like that.
I know.
It was pretty crazy.
It was
But
full on.
I can understand press release, but the format that some of them were in, I don't think were.
And it was
were
10
necessary.
weeks ago, wasn't it?
Exactly.
Now, surely to God, something they've grown brains.
But you've got players that were
I've
allegedly
got it.
racially
I've got it.
vilified. You've got
Racially
people getting
vilified.
whacked on the ground. You've got crowd
I've got
going
it.
at it. It's been a big build-up. I would have done the same thing. Could have got really ugly.
And it sounded like it went fairly seamlessly.
Good.
There was
That's
no-
great.
Yeah.
Could have.
It all got sort of sorted out now, isn't it? Everyone's been fined
Yeah, I think
and
so.
all the stuff.
Shook
so-
hands and move on.
Yep.
Yeah.
And breaks my heart to say this next score. Rye took on RJ Rowley Reserve. Took on at RJ Rowley Reserve Somerville Football Netball Club. Well, they've finally shown up. Somerville. This would have been a gettable game for Rye, and they will be absolutely devastated that they didn't roll Summy at RJ Rowley Reserve. The balcony would have been plenty up there, and the beers flowing.
Couple of
and they'll be
brothers.
Easy win too,
disappointed.
wasn't it? Was there?
Yeah, I believe at Sunny.
Brothers?
Yes.
Surnames?
Were the Youngs? No.
Oh, there might have been Youngs. Were they're playing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Youngies.
Yep.
That Hayden's brothers.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
So that's my understanding.
Hey,
So-
Josh Young played. Lockie Young, both in the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. So
Very good.
That's.
Tell you what, their brother's going all right at the moment. Ooh, she's and Hayden playing some good footy at AFL level.
Yes.
He's
Yes.
a superstar. Aren't Hayden?
Is there another game?
Yeah, yes. As a matter of fact, I did miss one, and I want to leave this until lucky last, and this will proceed into something else that I need to make a special comment on. Devon going down to Crib Point by 11 points at Glover Reserve.
Glover, that's an enormous win by Cribby. Well, I was all over Cribby.
Unbelievable.
All over him. I love him.
Oh, we
Love
were
him.
absolutely.
After Brad's been in.
You
Yes.
weren't all over him last
Brad
week
Arnold.
when we all tipped bloody Devon.
Don't
I
worry.
got some.
I think he can
got
play
some.
that back.
Got some intel that some words were mentioned before the match about one commentator and his comments about the team, and the inside story was there were 4 stickers of halftime heroes placed up on the wall, and 3 of them had X's on them. One of them had a tick, but under one of the X's, we'll put a hole in them.
Yes.
Well, it's nice to.
That's nice to know that we're having an impact down there. But hey,
Exactly.
my plan worked, didn't it? Let's be honest. Like
Yeah.
I stirred them up, told
Yeah.
them, and look what happened. They come out and touch up Devon, you beauty, Cribby. Well, no, boys.
Now on
Big
Yeah,
shock.
and
It is a shock to lose at home.
That's a big
In all
shock.
seriousness, I reckon Devon would be pretty disappointed with the loss.
Yeah.
I mean, Cribby away.
from inside the club, Drury
Yeah,
boys,
yeah, they'd be pretty flat.
gutted.
Yep.
Absolutely flat.
How
Flat as
How many
tacks.
taggers have Cribby got? Obviously got one good one. Battle kept quiet.
Yep.
There
Very
is.
quiet. Jolie best on, so Joel's
Jolie
played well.
best on. I had a look at that.
I have heard a whisper
Skinny-
that
Skinny was in there.
that
Skinny Drewy.
Kent will be back in a matter of days.
Will he?
Yep, I've heard.
My boy Liam Tyrrell just in the best there, so kick
Hey, you're on the way. That's us. League B&F winner.
No, just pops in.
Absolutely.
Just
It's us.
odds of firming. Just
So with that
going
8
along.
now, you got Chelsea, Edie, and Devon. You got Chelsea and Edie front runners now 36 points each. Devon a game behind now. Cribby 3 games clear in 4th.
And
3 games clear.
They're a game clear of 5th, but
have
but 3
Rye and Seaford in the 2 coming weeks.
Cribby are going to play finals football
Yeah, it's great.
for the first time
Oh,
in.
no.
Did Brad tell us the first time in?
Just put the lid on it.
No, they're 3 games clear. With 8 games to go. 8 rounds to go. They're going to win 4 or 5 of them. No one's catching them.
They're on a mission, I'm being told. So apparently they've the Navy bases come over from across the road, handed them the keys to the submarine.
Yeah.
They're going for a little mission into Port Phillip Bay. They're blowing Rye out of the water next week.
Yeah, right.
Going around up the coast.
They're going up the coast the
Through the
week
open
after
water.
to Seaford. They're
Yep.
going to blow them out of the water, and then that's silent running for those. If they don't keep under the silent running for those 2 matches and win those, they're in trouble, because third week is they're going up to EDFs and they're launching the Tomahawk missile, and they're going to try and put EDFs
It's
to
a big game in 3 weeks.
becomes a good game. That
Absolutely.
if everything goes according to plan, that's a cracker.
Could be
That's all
getting
they
that.
have to. 2 matches. The next 2 matches puts them in the box seat.
Go, Cribby.
Go Cribby.
Yeah,
Now,
go.
I don't know if anyone else has noticed, but Spook Harris,
Yep.
you are donning a ridiculously large shiner.
Yes, I have. I'm not sure if the camera can pick it up, but I have copped the shiner. On the way in, I had to go past the MPFNL headquarters, and I ran into some supporters from Devon, Mount Eliza, Sorrento, Pines. Might have been one more, might have been under 12 team party against. They tried to fight me. Only one of them got in. Maybe the wine bottle from Janice's handbag come out and got me in the eye, but I took it.
The
took
cork
it
from the champagne.
Didn't quite get the guard up. I fended off the others and got out of there. So
Well, that's going to get in nicely. Anyway, we move on.
We do.
we
So
do.
Janice got the she got the better of you, did she, Spook?
absolutely didn't duck that one. No, cop the whack at work. All fun and games. But
No, absolutely, of course. Work accidents. Well, that's round 10. Let's move on let's get straight into to round 10.
Huge games.
Round 11. Huge games coming up. Devon Meadows taking on Bomb Beach at Glover Reserve. This will be...
Well, it would have been. It would have been.
well, I think it still will be,
Would have been.
Commish.
Phooey.
I think it still would have been.
Nah.
Is he back this week?
Bonnie.
No, he's
Nah,
not back
done.
this week. I haven't heard he's back this
Done.
week.
Devon will absolutely smash Bomb Beach.
Yeah, they will.
Another poster up
if
on
they get-
another coach's wall.
If they get it,
I
they
wouldn't have
wouldn't-
thought that
they
Bomb
wouldn't.
Beach can't beat Devon Meadows. That would
Not
be,
in. They're in no form
Nah,
at all.
No, that's not happening.
The next game, boys, Crib Point taking on Rye, as Suss alluded to, at Crib Point Rec Reserve.
Just silent running. Just take it easy. Just do the motions. keep
What
it
a
under
great
radar.
time for Cribby to come up against Rye, because they've obviously got their shit together now, and after a really, really strong win against Devon.
Yeah, practice some things you work on and stuff like that.
keep working on those things. Yeah.
Yep.
Hone the skills.
It's the
Hone
flip,
the
it's the
skills,
flip, it's the
Sus.
flip
I like
side for Devon, who have been up like they've dropped the game they shouldn't have. But
Yeah.
you've got some old, like there's some boys might be a bit sore. You probably want to start they need to keep. Obviously, they go into a game a little bit off, and you lose a game, so they're going to have to get the whips cracking
It
in
sort
a
of
few weeks.
smacks of 2023 a bit, look, doesn't it?
At Crib Point.
Yeah, someone wanted
Yeah,
to say that.
round
for
about
most
the
of-
same.
Yeah, about the same time
Yeah.
is what I. Yeah, funny that.
Funny that.
But it is early. You've still got a long way to go.
No, it
You never
is. And the clash of, they're just across the ditch, let's be honest. Tyab will be taking on Hastings at Bungayan Reserve.
They'll fancy themselves this week,
They
Hastings, after a
will.
win.
They will. Brendan Dunn
Won't they?
has got them up and about.
He
Sus.
has. He's got them well and truly.
Jeez, that'd be
I
flat.
was having a think, as I normally do during the week, having a think.
Yeah,
And
just once.
How many times has the Stony Point railway line, each team on the railway line, won the same week in a row?
I'm not sure.
No, I'm
You
just
couldn't-
thinking, so
Come on, Sus, you couldn't think of that stuff.
well, they could have done it last week, Tyab, and knocked off the
Yeah.
other team, and it would have been the whole railway
Full
line
suit.
had won. So
Imagine,
except for Baxter.
imagine a world. Somerville
Sure.
taking on Karingal. This is going to be an interesting game. Somerville obviously coming from a big win down at Rye. They'll be confident against Karingal Spook.
Yeah, they'll looks like they found a bit of form on the weekend. I'm sure Kringle they're going a bit better the last month or
Most
so.
of
but
it was back in.
Yeah, some of you'll start winning some games and look like they found a form and maybe some players back. And
Yeah.
he's huge for a mate, so if he's
Yeah.
been out, some injuries. So
Close match, I'm tipping.
Yeah, I think it'll be a close match.
yeah, Cameron's back playing, isn't he? So Cameron's back. Kringle will go.
Cuz is back.
Yeah, Cuz back. Yeah, so it'll be a competitive game. Good game of
That
footy.
squares things up a little bit. Yeah.
Seaford will be hosting Edithvale at RF Miles Rec Reserve.
Oh yeah, that might get a bit ugly for
Yeah,
Seaford.
that's
I think it will get a little bit ugly.
EDS are absolutely flying.
Not far to travel down the train line.
No.
And then the halftime heroes selection table match of the round is Pearcedale taking on Chelsea Football Netball Club at Pearcedale Rec Reserve, Spook.
Yeah, it's a big game, 1v5 on the ladder.
Pearcedale are a hard read this year, aren't they?
They're very inconsistent.
Very hard to get a read
Your
on them.
shouts, us. Turn your
that's
fucking
$2.
phone
That's,
off.
yeah, they've
Somebody just
obviously
died.
Snyder's been out and Carlin Thornton's been out. So obviously, I looked at it. I think Snyder's back. I didn't see if Thornton's back, but two really good players that have
Yeah.
been out. That's massive when you get your two of your top. Like if you were to take out Battle and Hillis from Devon.
Yeah.
I know you've got Kent and Ryder out, but take out two genuine mids.
Yeah.
It's
It's a big hole.
It's a big
It's a
hole.
big hole.
So
Yeah.
with those two boys back, Pearcedale are going to be hard to beat, but I don't see they'll get over the line against Chelsea. The matchup though of our boy Todd goes to the middle and he can just go one-on-one with Snyder. Snyder's a very good midfielder at Pearcedale, and that'll be a great battle. Both have 40 and see who gets the job done.
Yeah.
Yeah, very interesting.
Should be a
Commish.
very good battle in the middle.
Yeah, Pearcedale's home. The home ground advantage of Pearcedale hasn't eventuated this year, has
Not
it?
really, has it?
No, they used to play that ground so well, didn't they? So competitive out there. But it just hasn't. They've dropped a few games that we didn't think they would, and it's put them in a little precarious. Even though that 5 is
They're
set.
2 games clear.
That 5 set. Look.
Yeah.
8 games to go. It's and if everything goes half
Sammy
normal.
is still there, Neil, because Sammy can win this week. Petersdale lose, they're a game behind him.
Yeah.
So it's not like
I don't
it's
think
done.
Sammy's form.
No, but the players back. It's going to be very tight. That 5th spot's going to be. Woo.
You never know at the pointy end, do you?
No,
And just on
no.
Pearsdale, you can dress a pig up and make it look all nice, but it takes a little while for that pig to get just a little bit comfy in its new
End
skin.
of June, July, things get cold. You lose a bit of motivation. You get some funny results. They've started early this year.
No, they have absolutely.
Massive game.
Yeah, huge game.
Chelsea will want to win and win well. I mean, they'll want to cement themselves as the best team in the comp, and coming out and beating Pearsdale will show the league that they're fair dinkum.
Yeah, no, I think so, because let's be honest, at the start of the year, Pearsdale were put on a bit of a pedestal, and obviously what happened early on in the season, they just haven't been able to find form since, and maybe this is it for them. Maybe they're going to turn around and go, we need to stand up now.
It's now or never.
Now or
sort
never.
of stuff.
Exactly, now or
we're
never.
running out of games, fellas.
If we're going to compete later on in the year, then
like
it starts now against Chelsea. So this, mark my words, this is going to be a cracking game of football. Well, that rounds out the Division 2 in the MPFNL. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back with the Division 1 football show. You're listening to the Halftime Heroes.
When your loved ones live alone, it's concerning. So I had no problem changing providers when I saw a better option.
Whether it's helping the aged maintain their independence or providing an approved NDIS package for someone with a disability, a visit from one of Aftercare's qualified personal carers can make all the difference. Aftercare prides itself on tailoring personalised service to the aged and those with disabilities, and has done for 21 years. If someone you love could receive better care in their own home, call Aftercare on 1300 464663 or visit after-care.com.au.
Changing was the best thing we ever did.
So let our family help your family.
Are you tired of spending endless hours on property maintenance? Look no further. Introducing Askernish, your premium solution for high-end property maintenance. Our expert team with years of golf course experience specialises in broadacre spraying and large area mowing, ensuring your property maintains its pristine condition. Say goodbye to hassle and say g'day to perfection with Askernish. To find out more, call Rob on 0407 362 328.
Welcome back to Halftime Heroes, the latest on local sport across the Mornington Peninsula.
Welcome back to the Halftime Heroes. Now time for Division 1. Geez, we get around Division 1. We love Division 2 as well, but Division 1's where it's a little bit pointy, a bit more going on. I do need to make a note, though, that the commish has had to bail early. He left the light on or the oven or something. I don't know what it was, but he got up and left. So it's just the three boys here to talk about Division 1, the Division 1 competition and what has been round 10 as we jump straight into it. Let's go. Frankston Bombers. Spook, you'd be disappointed. Frankston Bombers going down to Langwarren. 59 points at home, mate. Baxter Park.
Yeah, it wasn't a great day down there at Baxter Park. Pretty disappointing day. It was hard on the day. We felt we were getting outplayed completely, and it's happened a couple of times. And you go back and look at the stats, and we had a bit more of the ball. We went inside 50 even. Clearances were relatively even. Their pressure, Langwarren's pressure is very good. They're tackling.
It's getting better each week, isn't it?
They're playing really good footy. I mean, I've been saying it for 4 or 5 weeks or even longer. They're going really well, really competitive. But that they outplayed us. They used the ball better. We turned the ball over a bit too much, and when we turned it over, they made us really hurt. And when we caused the ball to turn over for them, we couldn't get it on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
So it just shows you how even the comp is. We're not that far apart, Langwarren and us, but we're sort of not on a great day, and we're 10 goals behind where Langwarren are.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show how tough the competition is.
Nah, correct.
So it'll be a tough night on the track tonight, I would imagine. We'll be there soon.
Be there soon,
yeah,
really
review
soon.
might be a bit nasty,
Mate,
but that's a young group. That'll be all right.
Did you say mouth guards? Bring mouth guards?
No, you're not allowed to do that anymore. I would, but I've got to shine us.
Exactly.
So, but well done to Langwarren. They outplayed us, and they are playing some really good footy.
Absolutely. Now, no doubt there'll be murmur at Baxter Park about, you're only as good as potentially, those top players that are out. But it's not necessarily about that, is it, Spook? It's more about just their presence. And when you're missing your top 3 players, or top 2, it really puts a bloody hole in it.
Yeah. We're missing a couple. I mean, Khan's a massive loss for us.
Huge.
Matt is just, he's the best centre forward as you'd get going around. And obviously, Dill Garrett, our fullback's been out for the year. But that's no excuse. That's we could, if we play well, we're comfortable. We could possibly beat Langwarren if we're playing well. We just didn't perform on the day.
Yeah.
So we'll go to work, keep working with the young boys, and keep trying to show them, what we're doing well and where we need to get better, and just keep trying to tick off a couple of wins because the teams underneath us are coming quick. Sus?
Yes. No, absolutely. The next game, Sus, was Frankston hosted Mount Eliza at John Coburn Oval. Mount Eliza getting the job done by 29 points over YCW. Just a little bit of a road bump at the moment for YC, isn't it?
Their first half was okay, but their second half, they just dropped the ball after half time. So they've got a fair bit of work to do, YC. I don't know. There's
22 scoring shots.
They lost 3 of their
13.
last 4.
Yes, so they're in some.
And they had a good start too. 4 goals kicked in the first, and then just the 4 points. They got outscored in the second, and then
third.
Yeah.
1
point in the third.
Luca's playing. Blake's playing. Luke Painter's back. Gee, I'm not too sure of any other injuries. Riley Darcy played. Yeah, they're not in great form, the YC boys. Goons has got a bit of work to do.
Yeah, he does have a bit of work to do, but we know
Mount Eliza are a very good footy team. So.
Oh, they are. They are coming. They're definitely up there with the top 4, aren't they? As well, the top 3.
Yeah, I reckon they're a clear number 2.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they're a clear number 2. So that results not shocking.
But Rosebud are coming.
Oh, aren't they? What?
They are coming.
Very
Absolutely.
impressive.
Going down to Sorrento the week before and getting the job done by 20.
That doesn't count. That's the week before. We're just talking about the last round.
I know. Settle down. You're up and about because Mornington got the job done over the Pines at Mornington Alexandra
There's a bit
Park.
in this game, Sus.
Apparently they've found a full forward now. So
former winger.
Yeah. So
is he a winger?
Out Jackson in
Matty Kane.
Matty Kane. So Jacko's out. Kaney's in.
Half his size.
McCain, you've done it again.
Hey.
Susovic goes up the ground, gives off a couple. So pretty. The boys are pretty happy.
He kicked 4, Matty Kane.
Yeah,
very sharp.
3 in the first quarter.
Have you seen a better-looking man? There's some good-looking men on the peninsula, but I would suggest that the best-looking man...
Wrong man to ask.
No.
You need to ask me this question.
Laffer is a handsome man.
Oh, Laffer's, yeah.
And he's rolled into that team looking the goods and just play. How good is he?
Yep. Remember I meant...
Well, what is? So for the Halftime Heroes family that don't know, what the hell was Laffer just rocking up?
Rock up and round 10.
He's been training under the radar for the last couple of weeks, so noticed him there.
Run-throughs on the netball courts up top, has he?
Just a couple of outside the 3-pointers. So nice little in for Mornington.
Superstar.
Who got him down there?
Was it? Oh, I'd say
probably Newey.
Yeah, or Credlin.
Yeah, great mates with BJ.
So
Newey might know him through the VFL stuff.
So just a nice little in. And,
great in.
And we'll be.
Where did he place us?
I'm not sure.
Yes, you do.
No, I wasn't there. I was working. So I watched the replay tonight, but my understanding is he played in the pivot.
Yeah.
So. We'll see.
As you'd expect.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens on the wing. So pretty handy there on a small ground to get him back, and he's getting ready for
just
next
to mention to Laff. I know Laff is running a community thing called Safe Space.
Yes.
And
yes.
I know he's doing some really good things for the community with mental health, and he's got a couple of meetings a week. I follow him on socials, and I would like to get him in because I think what he's doing for the community is a great thing. And it's something that we can all do and get together and show a bit more love. I particularly could do that and get around and just show a bit more love rather than hate. But it's love. It's love. But he's a great man, Laffer, and I'm glad he's doing that. And he's a ripper.
Yeah, no, he is. And boys, after round 10, the ladder's looking a little bit uncertain now.
I don't like the look of that one. Don't like it at all. Jeez.
No doubt that's part of your 3-year plan, Spook.
It's sort of weird though. You don't look. Well, I've never as a coach, you never really look at the ladder.
No.
Week to week, and that would be the same as from a coaching point of view. all you're talking about is what you can control, how you need to
Which is
train,
the
how you
following
need to
week.
get better.
That's
You
right.
can't use that lingo into your players. We need to watch what's going on the ladder, because if they start getting ladders caught up in their head, you're not going to play good footy. So, but from a coaching point of view, like, Jesus Christ, we need to get a couple of wins.
I look at the ladder all the time, and Mornington are only 10 points out.
Of the 5?
Of the 5. They're at two and a half matches. 2.5 matches.
2.5 matches,
Yeah,
sitting on 10 points at 74.5%, 10% behind Langwarrin, who's on 12. So it is going to be, it's almost as exciting down bottom as it is up
Bloody
top.
oath. It's gonna be a great
Let's
finish
be
to the
honest.
year.
Well, boys, we've discussed it all year, let's be honest. It's... the premiership's kind of already won. Unless someone really turns up and can top Dramana, it's almost more interesting down bottom.
Yeah, it feels a bit that way. But strange things happen in footy, don't they?
No, stranger things happen.
They've got to get to the finals and be fit and
As
healthy.
we're going round the twist. Next, let's take a look at round 11. Very interesting round of football coming up. What I think will be the... we'll leave this. We'll leave this for the halftime hero selection table. Let's look at... and Spook, very winnable for the Frankston Bombers against Red Hill up on the hill.
Jamie.
It's literally going to be -4 up there on Saturday. Mark my word.
Every time we go there, it's a very strange
It's gonna
weather.
be
We've had the
sleeting.
fog. Yep, we had the fog one year, games on and off through fog. Well, last year was pissing down rain, I think, and wet.
Sleet.
But they're a good footy team, well coached, and we'll review our game on the weekend, train well tonight, have a look at them Thursday, and try and come up with a way to beat them. But they're very hard to beat up there.
Very, very hard to beat. Just looking at Willie weather, thanks to Aftercare Support at home. We've got the rain looks like it's going to be done and dusted at 7 in the morning.
Beautiful.
Reaching a top of 13.
That'll be 5 degrees there.
Wind chill factor will be -5.
Yeah, beautiful.
So good luck with that. I won't be seeing you up there,
No.
Spook. I'm sorry.
Unbelievable.
The next game for round 11 in Division 1 is Frankston taking on Frankston YCW. That is taking on
big game.
very, very good game. You would say it's a must-win for both clubs,
both,
being Frankston and
yeah.
Sorrento at John Coburn Oval, Spook.
Yeah, on form, Sorrento probably are in better form over the last 5.
On
recent
form.
form.
Yep.
Earlier in the year, YC looked like they're tracking the way they normally do. But in current form, it's going to be a real good game of footy. Two bigger body type teams, not a heap of speed, not the Manalizer Dramana type game, but it'll be a really good contest. Midfield battle will be enormous. You've got Chin and Luca and those boys up against the superstars of Sorrento. Is Gladman gone?
Yes.
Oh, that hurts them.
That hurts big
does.
time.
But Miles has been playing wing, so Miles will probably just come and play in the middle.
Yeah.
But then
but
you lose your winger.
Unfortunately, they're struggling with depth.
Yeah.
They're struggling to make numbers up in the twos. The boys that are coming up, getting the job done on the field. But it's funny, isn't it, Spook? Because by the time this is sort of going on, and you've got the 19s going really well. You got the twos, obviously, struggling to put a team on the park. You have to call up, and it just filters through it. It's incredible. But what Sorrento are doing, and I'm happy to say this and cop it on the chin, is that they haven't been great at introducing kids. Sorrento, they have no choice now.
Yeah, it's good.
They literally have no choice. So it'll be good. There'll be another couple of kids get their Guernseys, I would say, this weekend with some injuries and of course some senior players going overseas. So very, very interesting times down at Sorrento Football Club. The next game is Pines taking on Langwarrin, and this also at Eric Bell Reserve is going to be cracking game, sus.
Danger. So Pines, could be in some trouble, especially around the mids. So the feedback I got from back from the Mornington match was that they were pretty slow. They've got a couple of players missing one player missing through report. So he's gone for 4 weeks.
3 or 4, I think, yeah.
3 or 4, so he's
Who's
out.
that?
Hendry,
gone for striking.
Which one, please?
Guy.
Yep, so...
Pretty solid clip.
Yep, little flying elbow.
Yeah, nice little
from
one.
the top turnbuckle.
Yep, from the top.
Yep, so he's so that could hurt him a lot.
That hurts them.
Absolutely.
Just coming off our loss to Langwarrin, and we played Pines in last month. I think Langwarrin's speed of ball movement will really worry Pines.
It will.
If the midfield battle is relatively even, Big Red was back rucking.
Oh,
he just gives a contest.
He does.
Yeah,
he does. How's he going? 'Cause
Yeah,
I know-
he rucked okay.
Yep.
He was against Harry. He's a great player. But
Brother from another mother.
yeah,
Spook.
he's a big man.
Big man, big
he
ranger.
actually
unit.
tackled Kinger, and I think he busted Kinger's Jason Kingsbury's collarbone. King had to get some surgery, so it was a bit unfortunate. But if it's a midfield battles even, I think just the ball movement of Langwarren's very impressive, and I think they might be a bit too slick.
Yep.
Jeez, well, that puts them into the gates.
I know, absolutely. And the next game in round 11 is moving right along. The next
it's a big
game,
games, us.
yes. Well, it's probably
is a test.
it's touted as probably the second best game of round 11. Rosebud will be taking on Mornington at Olympic Park. Sus, this is a danger game because Rosebud, mate, there's lots of chatter around. They just don't.
They're on top of the world. They're
Hey,
flying.
yeah,
They
along.
are flying.
Good on 'em.
So they're doing
Get
pretty well.
on the Blue Baggers.
So they'll be just sitting on top of.
I don't mean Carlton. I fucking hate Carlton.
They'll be sitting on cloud 9, just zooming along, and no, that'd be good. But there's just a little team coming down the coast from Mornington, and they'll
Big ground.
Yeah.
Coming from your little ground. I think
Yeah.
Rosebud they've kept their forwards playing.
Gonzo.
I don't
So-
think that.
so
I
Gonzo.
think Rosebud will win.
Absolutely.
right here.
I hope for your sake. I hope for Lee's sake and Yui's sake and your sake and Rico's sake. That,
Yeah, all your good mates.
yeah, all my mates that just went in.
Yep. So there could be the chance that Rosebud might have an off day.
Yeah,
and just-
bloody
Well,
oath, that's-
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely.
You never-
Can't
you
see
never
it.
know, mate.
You never
Can't see,
know.
but yeah. Anyway, the halftime heroes selection table match of the round. We've chosen Mount Eliza to take on Dramana. How could you not? This is an absolute preview
game of the
of
year.
the upcoming grand final.
I would think so.
Is it Mount Eliza versus Dramana or Mount Eliza versus Gertz?
It's Mount Eliza versus Billy Gertz.
Yeah, they've got more than him. But it hats off to Billy. We wanted to make mention for a
We did.
ruckman to have 55 possessions in a game and
Wow.
he's 7,000 hit-outs and goals and tackles. He is as impressive as a footballer as you'll see at any level, and he could walk into a VFL team now. He's a frighteningly good player. He's young, fit, strong, works hard, plays for the team. Geez, they're a good footy club. He's
To
unbelievable.
have the hit out Spook, but then the clearances.
He does everything.
I mean,
So-
like he had
Yeah,
clearances. He had like nine or 13
Yeah,
clearances.
he will ruck, and
Taps
if
to
it doesn't,
himself.
he gets back to the ball
I know.
or rucks and then follows up and he gets handball
It's
received from
incredible.
He's a freak.
He's an absolute
He's a
freak.
great
Now,
footballer.
halftime hero family, off air.
We'd love to get him in.
Oh God! Wow, we've got two people that are on the halftime heroes radar, and he's one of them. I asked Spook off air. Why? Surely he's playing VFL. Surely, Billy, you're playing VFL. If not, looking at potentially going into the AFL system. And you said what?
I just think they love playing for Dramana and they're happy to play for unders, and that's why they've got such a great culture. They just want to win flags with their mates, which is fantastic.
Isn't it?
Oh, it's the best.
bloody
They've-
best, Spook.
Every one of their players could go, or nearly anyone on their list could walk into any other club and be demanding some good cash.
Yep.
They'd all be playing for unders,
Yep.
loving their footy,
Yep.
great culture, great footy club. And that's if you want to model yourself on anyone, it's that footy club.
Yep, absolutely. How do you see this game unfolding?
It's contrasting styles because we all, as we spoke about, Dramana's ridiculous, fast, slick handball game against the more beautiful long kicking of Mount Eliza. Both put speed on the ball, but it's through Mount Eliza tend to kick the ball more and Dramana tend to sort of chain handball. The midfield battle, though, so if you look at Billy Gertz and Jake Arts, Billy Quigley, Sam Fowler, like it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And you could add another 5 that goes through there.
Absolutely.
And then Chris Carey, the big ruckman from Mount Eliza, who's a very good VFL ruckman, with Finn Bain, Skaggs, Declan Cole, Michael West goes through there. Then at half-back, Dean Ward's a great half-back flanker for Dramana. Mount Eliza have got Moschetti from the VFL. So everywhere you look, there's stars. But I think if you look at, as Jared Grant mentioned last week, I think they've got 4 of the top 10 goal kickers inside the one team,
Yes.
Dramana.
Yep.
So even if they don't get enough of the ball there, you've got to stop 4 blokes that are in like 4 of them are all superstars.
Correct.
Down
And
there.
historically, they've had between 8 and week to 11 separate goal kickers.
Yeah, they're unbelievable.
How do you stop that?
You've got to try and stop the
Well,
supply.
you
Well, exactly right. Like
You
each
can't.
team, we've spoken to enough coaches Sus, to say that a lot of attackers hate defending.
Yep.
So how do you do that? How do you stop the run? How do you stop your defence?
You cast your mind back to round 2, and a little team called Mount Eliza went down the road to Dramana, and they stopped and put the brakes on Dramana. So the question is, can they do it on a big ground like Emil Masden and put the brakes on them again?
No. Dramana had a lot of outs early.
That's a nice excuse.
But it'd be good for...
It's the main
The
excuse.
facts are on the board that Mount Eliza beat them. So
Yeah,
Dramana-
okay.
Yep. So
Okay.
yeah, the coach there.
So you tipping Mount Eliza?
No. No, but I'm just saying, you just look at the history and the stats of what's happened in the past. And round 2, Mount Eliza beat them right and stopped them in their tracks. Stopped their running game in their tracks.
Spot on. No, you're absolutely
Just to give
right.
you a bit of an idea of how much Dramana own the footy.
Love it. Go.
So the overall disposal, the amount of disposals that Dramana have had compared to every other team, they've had 3,538 overall disposals for the year. The next closest is Mount Eliza, which is 3,100. So they're around 400 more disposals for the year. So it's around 40 more times they get the ball in their hands, and you think about how clean they are and how skilled they are.
I guarantee
it's a
you,
real problem.
Spook, that's 40 more handballs a game.
Wouldn't it? Yeah.
You've raised it on many of
It's
occasions
just- they
now.
are unbelievable.
Their handball turnover, like as their handball
Ball chains
received,
are received.
mate, it's
Ridiculous.
incredible.
Yeah, they are freaks.
Absolutely incredible. Well, it's an easy Dramana. Oh, I wouldn't say easy.
I think it'll be a
That's
pretty good
not fair.
game. I think they'll be in it for a long while.
I think they'll be in it
Mount
for a long
Eliza.
time as well.
But I think Dramana will break them in the second half and run away with it.
Yeah.
But
agreed.
it gives them a real good look of
Exactly.
both coaches probably won't want to show their hand fully.
Well, and that's right.
Because you know you're going to be potentially running into them come
Exact-
finals, so you
100%.
might just go out, play as you did last time, not
First
really
time.
tag.
Yeah.
Maybe you've got some things up your sleeve you don't really want to try yet, which is these guys can both really coach. So that'll be, you probably can't read in too much to it unless one of them come out and belt them by 10 goals.
And
But
let's be honest, Ricky has the upper hand.
he does,
of course.
Yeah, he knows all the boys.
Mount Eliza
yeah,
coach.
yeah, absolutely. So it should be an interesting game. Be a very good watch.
Very interesting
If
game.
you're looking for a good game of footy to go and watch on the weekend, it's that one.
We hear Spook every week, coaches that we have come on, and we love the coaches' input, of course, that you learn more from a loss.
Yeah, totally.
It's almost like you go in all guns blazing.
Yeah.
If you lose, you take that and you you do your homework and
Yep.
you get ready for when you meet next.
Yeah, there's a very famous quote from, I don't bring up this sport too much, but from Conor McGregor's coach.
Oh, what?
The
What sport are you
UFC.
The UFC?
Yeah,
Oh, you follow it?
Yeah, but you win or you learn.
I thought it was the cockfighting.
You win or you learn, Adam.
You win or you learn, correct. I like that. I might note that one down.
Win or you learn.
Win or you learn. Well, that's what losing does. Makes
Exactly.
you learn. That's it from Division 1 football in the MPFNL. Is that right, Sus? You're looking at me with your big
Certainly
beady
is.
eyes.
Certainly
We're going
is.
to take a quick break and we'll be back with the Rap and Spook Soapbox. Jeez, I can't wait for this one. You're listening to the Halftime Heroes and we're loving it.
Not all in-home care is the same. Aftercare has 21 years' experience matching clients to carers. For more personalised help with things like shopping, gardening, domestic chores and personal care. If someone you love could receive better care in their home, why wouldn't you change? Call Aftercare on 1300 464663 or visit after-care.com.au.
So let our family help your family.
Are you tired of spending endless hours on property maintenance? Look no further. Introducing Askernish, your premium solution for high-end property maintenance. Our expert team with years of golf course experience specialises in broadacre spraying and large area mowing, ensuring your property maintains its pristine condition. Say goodbye to hassle and say g'day to perfection with Askernish. To find out more, call Rob on 0407 362 328.
Welcome back to Halftime Heroes, the latest on local sport across the Mornington Peninsula.
Welcome back to the Halftime Heroes. Thanks to, of course, Askernish Aftercare and Pure Plant Protein. If you do want to jump on board the Halftime Heroes, we'd love to have you and celebrate your business. Make sure you hit us up on socials or at our Gmail account, halftimeheroes.mpfnl@gmail.com. We'd love to have a chat to you if you want to join the Halftime Heroes family. Well, let's time. It needs an intro, doesn't it?
I was got the old homicide intro.
Yeah, okay, I don't mind that.
I might give that. Or
Yeah,
Division
have a
4.
play.
Division 4.
There's a song called WAP. You could play that for me.
WAP. Right. WAP. Right. I'll put that in there. WAP.
Don't. You won't do it when you're
Who puts that out? Boy George. George Michael.
George Michael, Boy George. Absolutely. Elton John.
Absolutely. Or the stick players at Dalesford.
Yes, only joking.
Only joking, of course. Tongue in cheek, as I said, off the top. Well, it is time now for Spook Soapbox, and it's your opinion, Spook. So whatever goes.
Yeah. So this is a story that I've heard of. Now I'm going to preface this by saying I don't know the full story, but from what I can gather.
And so I know it's your soapbox, but I just want to make the Halftime Hero family aware that we have mentioned this earlier on in the year. It has been an issue with the same player and the same club.
Yes.
So I just wanted to make sure this has been going on for some time.
There was another player too that wanted to come to Frankston Bombers and the Devon Meadows Footy Club wouldn't release him, and he had to either sit out of the game or play there, so he played there. So a player from Pines had signed, was a player there last year. He's a VFL listed player, and he'd signed at some stage through last year. Mornington ended up winning the flag, and obviously he's got some family members, I think, that play at Mornington. He's got some friends, so he obviously asked for a clearance. And this, I think, bled into the pre-season, and there was a lot of back and forth, and he was obviously doing his training at VFL level. He's a very good player. Anyway, it's been to the league and all sorts of stuff's going on. It gets to round 10. And this kid, I'll say kid, he's a young man. He's a 20-year-old kid, but he's forced to play 4 Pines against Mornington. And then they say to him, after today's game, you can get cleared. I mean, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing to the kid? We all preach the mental health and looking after people's all this and that, and you're forcing a young man to play at a football team he doesn't want to be at. Pre-game, he's sitting with all the Mornington people, and you come out and lose, by the way.
Yeah.
So how good was that going? Well, good. Now, I don't know the ins and outs, and I know that there's things when people sign things, and I get all that.
Yep.
I understand if someone signed for $1,500 and then someone offers someone $2,000 and they take the money and run, that's not acceptable.
No, that's not
But
acceptable.
when young men, for the legitimate reasons, it's not a cash grab and they just want to go and play with their mates or better themselves or whatever it might be, higher level.
It's not our business at the end of the day why.
You let these young men go and do what they need to do. And then you'll potentially you could get him back down the track doing what you did. He's never going to go back there.
And he's never going to have anything nice to say about the joint Spook.
And it's not on the club as much for me. This isn't a pot at Pines. I know some people at Pines, but it's more the league.
Yeah.
The league, fucking step in and do something.
Yeah.
You're just weak as piss.
Yeah.
I think. There's been a couple of instances this year where they've just, no, we can't do anything. No, you sort of can.
No, you can.
You sort of can.
You're the paid administrators
do something.
for a competition that you're being paid to administer.
Yeah.
I don't understand that they're there as the rule setters. Like, they're the ones that put the rules in place. You've got to do better.
Yeah, I think so.
So there comes a time, Spook, and I'll jump on the box for a second, that there's more than fucking winning. Like, there's mental health. We can all preach it, but if you don't cough it out and spew it, then it's just words.
It's ridiculous.
It's just
very,
words. So
very
winning,
silly.
that winning mentality is more important than anything. That's what it's about. Clearly,
we're seeing a number of decisions through the week that may affect the league in the long term, and I suppose the big one for me is Narry Warren choosing to go to Southern.
Oh, yeah.
And
that's another bad look for the league.
Yeah, we're going to have this little wall across
what a fucking missed opportunity. I'm swearing.
They're a
I'm
great
sorry.
club.
But what a missed
Powerhouse.
opportunity.
They're a Div 1 club too, by the way.
What a missed opportunity.
So we're going to have this little wall across the top of, we'll call it the AFL South East, across the northern suburbs of the Mornington Peninsula.
I don't think if I can be a Debbie Downer.
Yep.
the Div 3's not actually the
I'm not
AFL
saying
South. That's got nothing to do necessarily with the administrators.
Nothing to do with that. Nothing. But I'm saying there's going to be a group of clubs now where the emphasis is going to be. It's going to be better to join Southern than it's going to be better to join
potentially.
Well, look what happened with the MPJFL.
And I'll say
half
one thing.
Half of their playing with Frankston Juniors
and
now.
I'll say one thing more is now that the Southern Football League will be more cost effective to run and administer because it has more clubs and more revenue coming in. There might be the one or two clubs up north that might go, fees are going to be cheaper.
Yeah.
Why don't I go to that one?
So maybe Edie, Chelsea.
But I didn't
Who
say.
knows?
Didn't say. But
Who knows?
Maybe.
So a little bit of Spook soapbox and then just Suss's pellets
Yeah, a
comes
little bit
in
of
over
pellets.
the top.
A little bit of pellets.
You just have to
Just nip in there.
just beep beep your way in there.
Correct.
Well, that is
Clean up your act league. Get it right.
Absolutely. Well,
Look
that is a wrap from the Halftime Heroes. It's been a pleasure bringing you. I think it's episode 11.
12.
Episode 12.
Yep.
What has been, of course, rounds 10, upcoming round 11. I hope you enjoy this coming round. As mentioned, I'd like to thank all our sponsors. To you, Spook, thank you. I know you need to get off to training, mate. And Sus, executive producer, button presser extraordinaire, and house owner.
Garage
owner. No, yeah, the wife's got the house. Oh, I love it. It's been a blast, and thanks to the Commish, of course, who did have to bail early, unfortunately. But we love you, Commish, and we look forward to seeing you next week. It's a wrap from the Halftime Heroes. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.